Hi there, welcome to the new lecture on designing SQL Server on Microsoft Azure Virtual Machines, meaning you are going to spin up a virtual machine and then you're going to install your SQL Server. So it is as similar as your on-premises, but only thing is you could take the advantage of Azure network or Azure services for the virtual machine. So the SQL Server on virtual machines is a version of your normal SQL Server that runs in Azure VM. This means all your SQL Server skills should directly transfer through Azure can help automatic backup and security patching, and also you have access to full capabilities of your SQL Server. And maybe these are the design considerations you might have to look into it, like if you are looking for a full access capabilities, then you might have to install or maybe spin up a VM and then install the SQL services, and you are responsible for upgrading, patching at the OS level, also including the SQL Server. And you could also take the SQL Server license. If you have on-premises, then you could take advantage of hybrid benefit of that license. So you could reuse the same license in Azure Cloud. So that's a great benefit again. That way it's gonna save you a lot of cost for your SQL Server. And let's have a look on a specific company called Allscripts as a real-time case study and how they got benefited by migrating from on-premises SQL services to Azure Cloud on a virtual machine. So that being said, let's consider a design consideration for them, the customer challenges. So customer challenges as Allscripts as a company, they're basically in a healthcare software. They have a lot of manufacturing healthcare softwares, and also they are serving for the physician practices, hospitals and health plans, and also pharmaculture industry. So they're pretty much on a healthcare industry, and they wanted to transform their application very frequently and host them securely and reliably. All they want from a company point of view is to host it and quickly, and it should be available all the time, and they don't want take up much on premises. So in just exactly 3 weeks, this specific company was migrated all their services by using Azure Site Recovery. They have done dozens of their applications are completely migrated. Close to 1,000 plus VMs they migrated to Azure Cloud, which use the Azure Site Recovery services in the backend to migrate them from on-premises to the Azure Cloud, and a lot of SQL servers also migrated. And coming back to the key features, SQL Server and the OS Server access, you're going to get it for this company, which they need the full control over the virtual machines or the OS level access they need for this company. So we are able to host it by migrating the entire VMs. And expensive SQL and OS versions, definitely, but they do cover in a hybrid license benefit. So they are actually paying for only infrastructure cost, not for the OS or application layer license. And Windows Linux containers they used, and they also migrated their file stream, DTC and simple recovery model. And it's a purely key features they want is like SRS kind of other tools they wanted from a SQL specific, which are cannot run on a shared instances or maybe on a PaaS service. So they need a full control. That's why they are here to get that benefit. Now when it comes to the Azure differentiators for other third-party Azure cloud providers, when we just compare with them, so you have a free extended security updates for SQL Server if their applications are running on a 2000 and 2008 R2, and also automated backups and security updates, fully automated, and point-in-time restore with the Azure backup, and also accelerated storage performance with the Azure blob caching, 435% overall return on Azure infrastructure as an investment over the 5 years period. This is the one other impact for the customer as get the benefit when they are moved to the Azure Virtual Machines based SQL services. So that's a great benefit for them, and they were happy on that. So let's have another look on designing consideration. This has been talked, I think, second time, but just to explain one more time the recommendations when you have to go for a SQL recommendation. Let's say SQL on a virtual machine. This is when you're considering the requirement point of view, migration an application requiring OS level access, then you would be recommending or designing SQL on a virtual machines. And if you are looking for managed instances, so your requirement should demand when considering a lift and shift migration to the cloud with most of the SQL features should be supported. And for the databases, if you're looking completely PaaS as a service, then you could consider for the modern cloud-based application, this is the best suitable solution in a cost-effective manner, and you could use them. That being said, we can conclude this lecture here, and we would be catching in the next lecture on a scalability for the database service.